Hello, my friendly nerds. You have once again made your way back to the Last Nerds on Earth podcast. I am your host, Andrew, Mandrew, Drew, whatever you want to call me, we're all friends here. I play Carly, the goofy fire genasi. I hope everybody had a fun and safe 4th of July. Last week, our adventuring party worked on their plan to infiltrate Baron Willington's mansion. Aligrax and Rain scouted out a couple of catering companies, and Oliver and Carly had an invisibility training session, along with some snooping and attempting to confirm the mission they were given. Join us as we continue our adventure right now.
Light that little cloth on fire there. I believe that should give you the distraction you're looking for.
I didn't want a distraction per se, so much as I wanted an easy and convenient way to inform our allies in case this goes south, which it very well could. But,
Well, it'll definitely go south with fire.
It'll do.
One hell of a signal.
Now, my character, he might not be the most, knowledgeable alchemist in the world, but I think he understands the concept of how alcohol burns.
Yeah.
Not exactly tough there.
Yeah, no.
So he's probably looking at it and looking at you kind of like, you frighten me.
Thank you.
You just
Thank you, my
threw
friend.
together a firebomb, like just on the walk home.
Here you go. All right. Are you guys headed over to Verta's, or are you guys headed back to the Adventurers Guild?
I mean, I guess I have what I need, so we're heading back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on the walk back, I'm making another one.
Okay.
Of course you are.
All right. So it is late afternoon as you guys are making your way back to the Adventurers Guild, and Carly and Oliver, you guys had a conversation you want to run.
Oh, hey Oliver.
Yep. I'll take my head down. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, you're still invisible.
Well, can you fix that? You just gotta stop concentrating or whatever.
No, I got an idea. You still got a little while left. You heard all the conversation, so I think we might be able to trust Leon. So, what was in that book?
Wow, actually, Pringles and Francois were actually, like you said, they were in the same adventuring party. I didn't really get a good look at it, but what I did see was that it looked like Pringles had actually saved Francois' life at one point. Looked to be quite a good story. That's actually just his memoirs in that book. He's just writing down stuff that's happened to him in his life.
Oh, well, I like that. I thought he just wrote down people's names over and over again. Well, that's way better.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
While this invisibility spell is still working, I think you should make the most of it and maybe run up to the Baron's place and just look around, get a better look at things for tomorrow. What do you think?
You want me to do that right now? Out of character, how long has it been?
It's been about half an hour.
Well, I mean,
so he has half an hour left to try and make it up to the Baron's place, look around, and then get out.
And how long would you say it takes to get there?
About 15 minutes.
Okay.
I'd have to be rather quick. Once I got there, I would have to just take a quick look and probably come right back.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it doesn't really matter if I come back and I'm not invisible, but I definitely don't want to get caught there.
yeah, I looked around stuff a lot when I was casing places, I'd just walk around. I wasn't invisible, though. They always saw me. I think this is a better plan.
Yeah, and being my size, it does make it pretty easy to hide amongst the crowds and whatnot. So I suppose if I do become visible again, I'll be able to hide fairly quickly.
Well, that's up to you if you want to go in, and I can be behind you like a few minutes just in case there's some trouble.
You're posing a difficult choice for me right now. Well, I'll try to run up there as quick as I can. Maybe I can get up there faster than 15 minutes, and then I'll take a look and see if there's any sort of details that I can find, because I do want to make sure that I have a way to leave once I do get there. So if you want to leave in a few minutes, just sort of give me about 5 minutes, and then just head on up yourself, and then Well, I'll probably see you, so I'll just come up to you once I've got what I need.
Okay. And if you want, a little bit different. I get a little pooped out after a couple of big spells like this, but I could probably do it one more time and give you a little more time. If you want to do that, if we walk up there, then we can hide in a bush. I could make you invisible.
Well, let's just see how it goes from here, and maybe
All right.
we'll do that if we need more time.
All right, we're one out of time.
All
Let's
right.
go.
As I leave, I put my hood up.
All right, so you guys make your way up to Baron Willington's house. Oliver, you probably have about 15 minutes left once you get there to sort of sneak around. There are the 2 guards. The Waterdeep Watch is right outside the front gate. There are walls that sort of surround the property.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of creep up. Are there any like bushes or anything near the wall, like towards the gate?
There's some really
just straight.
There's some like low, dense bushes. If you were to like get in there, you'd probably make a sound.
Yeah, more of a like a hedge than.
Yeah. Hedge.
I'll just sort of walk up somewhat near the guards and see if I can sort of peer inside and walk around them and just look at different angles and whatnot.
Gotcha. Roll me a stealth check.
16.
All right. Neither of the guards react to your presence.
Okay, I want to look in and see if I can see anything.
All right. So what you see is a very large spread of a front lawn that has different bushes all the way throughout. There's a long path that leads up to a large mansion that is 2-story. The second story is a little bit smaller. And roll me a perception check real quick too.
20. 30-20.
Nice. You are also able to see points of light that you recognize to be torches being carried by guards that are walking along the perimeter. And you can see that these are, in fact, private, quote-unquote, private security guards that have been hired by the Baron, and they sort of are just walking the perimeter. There's basically a pair each corner, so there's like 8 total, but they're all walking. When one hits a corner, the other hits this corner and that corner and that corner at the same time, and counting it off, it's roughly about 60 seconds between each corner that they can reach. The lights are on inside the mansion in the 2nd floor. The bottom has the front floor window lit just by the door, off to the left of the door, and then the upstairs there is one window that has a light on.
Okay. Well, I think I got what I need for now, so I'll head back and try to find Carly.
Okay, I will also mention this just because I don't think I have yet. You guys have been by this house twice now. There are small alleyways, like, next to the wall. So, like, there's the front wall up against the street, and then at the end of them, there are small alleyways that lead around it, essentially.
Okay.
So, you heading back to Carly?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'll just sort of, if I'm still invisible, I'll tap him on the shoulder and try to freak him out.
Okay, roll a... Actually, you don't need a sleight of hand. Carly, roll me a perception check, and Oliver, roll a stealth.
26.
Is that nat 20?
No, 19 plus 7.
God damn, your sneak is so big. Carly?
I'm a rogue.
14.
So, Carly, you do not hear Oliver coming up, but suddenly there is a pressure on your left shoulder. Very rapid, tiny pressure. Just...
Whoa, what? What?
I got ya.
Oh man, that's twice today. You're pretty good at the goofs when you're invisible.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun being invisible. I gotta say, this is my first time actually being invisible. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I did it once. I kind of messed up. Only half of me was invisible, but it was still fun.
Excuse me, what's going on over there? Everybody all right?
I stopped talking.
Hello?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I was going on a walk, and I just like to talk to my god, Saloon, and she's doing pretty good today.
Okay, we heard you shout, sir. Is everything okay?
Yeah, she scared me when she talked back. I wasn't expecting her to talk to me today.
They sort of give each other sort of looks, and they're like, right, oh, well, you have yourself a good evening, sir.
Oh, all right, you too. Oh, hey, I was wondering, this is pretty cool armor. How do you become a guard like that?
Well, you can talk to the sergeant down at the barracks over by the docks. He'd be more than happy to sort of run you through the requirements, and you could get yourself a nice piece of shiny armor like this.
Oh, sweet. You guys have a lot of armor, like for a lot of people? Because I have lots of friends that might want to do this. Are they down at docks too? You got like cool ass armor there?
Absolutely.
Oh,
That'd be at the armory.
All right. Well, thanks. I might be guarding next to you one day.
I certainly hope to see you in the armor.
All right. Well, I'll see you later.
Take care now.
I'm gonna walk away before Oliver becomes uninvisible.
Yeah, it's like 3, 2, 1. As you guys are walking away, the spell drops, and I'm assuming you guys are going to make your way back to the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll all sort of have you guys meet up.
And you made it, so I don't need to make another stop. So thank you, Jack.
What do you mean?
Oh, you'll find out.
That both terrifies and amuses me. But all right, so you guys meet up outside of the Rain and Aligrax. You guys would have gotten there beforehand. So once you get to the Adventurers Guild, are you going to your rooms or what's up?
Yeah, I'm going to my room and making 10 Molotov cocktails.
9. You gave 1 to Rain.
9.
Okay, and just to let you guys know, when you get back, it's sort of a later evening. To take you some time to get back up. And so the sun is beginning to set as you guys head into your rooms for the evening. Carly and Oliver, you guys are getting back just after sunset. And Pringles, sort of greets you guys. Sorry, he greeted Aligrax and Rain as well. I just forgot to say it, but, good evening, sirs. And Carly and Oliver, good evening, sirs.
Well, Pringles.
Oh, hey.
How goes it?
Quite good, sir.
Hey guys, let's go up to the room and talk about what we did today.
Sure. Anyone care for a scone?
Oh yeah, I love scones.
Sure. I was just sitting around eating scones.
Oh my gosh. We're doing a sleepover episode.
You guys ever get shawarma?
All right. So you guys sort of revel in the day's activities and sort of, Rain, I'm assuming you'll sort of explain.
Yeah, I explained to everyone, I found a way in. Catering company, the sheriff, they're hiring.
Oh, that's perfect.
I believe this is an ideal way into the mansion without drawing attention to ourselves. Particularly for, say, me, well, actually, mostly me, but I believe Oliver could handle it as well.
Yeah, I definitely could.
Given a little, maybe, wardrobe change.
Yeah, with the invisibility practice today, I'm much more confident in it, so I think we'll do pretty good.
I believe it would be an excellent way into the building without arousing suspicion. The ideal situation being us getting in, getting the item, and then returning to our duties as just casual servers without anyone being the wiser. Then we simply walk out. Of course, that is ideal. As we know, this life is rarely ideal.
Very true. How many people can you get in with this disguise?
I'd like to keep it limited as possible. Sorry, Carly, I think it's best that you don't use this particular mode of entrance. It requires a certain subtlety that you simply lack.
Oh, what do you mean? And I'm just playing with fire in my hand. What do you mean?
I mean that.
Oh well. Back on that note, I kind of had a cool chat with some guards when we were checking out the mansion again. Oliver was invisible, and I was thinking, if I was a guard, I could just walk in there and walk out. And they told me, where I could become a guard and where I could get that that cool ass armor they have. So I kind of wanted to see if I could maybe recruit as a guard.
I think you would definitely be more convincing as a guard.
Yeah, and just walk in and out. It was pretty sweet armor though.
It would be a good way to cover our escape in case this goes sour.
Very true. Right, so we've got what? We've got Carly going in as a guard. We've got Oliver and Rain going in as caterers.
Caterers / servers.
And then,
unless you happen to know anything about cooking, Oliver.
No, not really. More just stole my food.
Well, caterers / servers. Oliver, do you have any experience with serving nobility?
Well, I could definitely. There was
rank?
a few times. There was a few times where I was undercover and that I would pose as a server. So I can be cordial to guests and things like that. I will need to be cautious though, because I'm sure they rather wouldn't want to have this funny looking halfling with no face.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a crash course. We'll go just so that we're all on the same page.
Okay.
little bit of experience. So
Well, I'll have to be there to make him invisible. So how is that going to work? I don't think they'll allow me too far into the mansion because I'll just be a guard.
Why does he need to be invisible if he's wait staff?
To steal whatever it is.
Yeah, I will still need to sneak into the mansion.
Carly, I assure you, we have that covered at the moment. Don't stress it. Hold on to your invisibility. We may need it for something else.
I figured I would turn him invisible before you guys go in, and he just follows in the waitstaff and then does
That's
his
sort
thing.
of what I was thinking.
As strange as it might seem, Carly, in this particular instance, it might be best for him to remain visible. Of course, actually, him being invisible from the get-go could be handy too.
Well, remember, there's the Thieves Guild's supposed to be stealing this at the same time, so
True.
that we don't want him to be seen.
I really don't want to be seen by them.
All right. In that case, Carly, wait until we'll have you turn Oliver invisible, but you need to wait until the last possible moment to do it. We need him to stay invisible as long as possible when we're inside.
I do agree with that.
Oh, all right.
I will feel more comfortable being invisible as long as possible. Because earlier when I did turn visible, I didn't really notice anything. I was just sort of visible again, so it could very easily, if I'm distracted, could very easily be overseen.
How long will you be able to remain invisible?
1 hour.
All right, that'll give us a pretty tight time limit once we're inside.
Right then, we can work with that though.
I did get another look at Barrington's grounds. While Carly made me invisible, he did sort of recommend that I run up and take another quick look. And I saw that the guards do move fairly uniform, which is strange, but it looks like it does give us a very good opening to get between them if we do need to do that. And he does also have private mercenaries that are guarding whatever we're going for as well. So we need to keep that in mind.
Very well then. So it seems like we have a good plan for the three of you. And is Leon accompanying us inside?
He said he wanted to go.
Right. Then how do we get either myself and Leon inside?
Well, he was gonna check that out. He should be here any minute, actually. Maybe we should go check for him outside.
Let's see why not.
Yeah, he probably can't come in here because that would blow his cover.
I suppose that's probably pretty smart.
Let's head outside.
All right. You guys sort of all gather together, finish your scones.
Oh man, that whole time I was just like, oh wait, no, I wasn't invisible. Never mind.
Just munching on scones
Just
while we
scone
casually
munching.
talk about
Hacking into the mansion.
going full Ocean's 11 here.
So you guys go outside and you wait for about an hour and nothing happens.
Do I know any
Strange.
sort of thievish way to get in contact with him?
Unfortunately, since you were so you don't have any real contacts in Waterdeep that you could really utilize because of the way you left.
It's true.
And so he didn't really say how to get in contact with him if he didn't show up. But Oliver, roll me a perception check real quick.
19 plus 3, 22.
22. All right. So as you guys are sort of waiting around, sitting on the statue or walking around or, making small talk, Oliver, you do notice there seems to be a stack of bottles over by a building. And you know this to be Thieves' Cant that says it basically is an affirmative. It's saying good, solid, okay. And from that you can deduce he's saying, everything's okay.
Well, it looks like our friend has received our message, and we are all good on that front. So no need to be out here anymore. He has received the message.
How can you tell?
Oliver, you do notice that this has been here a while. Just that the way that they are, like, you remember like walking in, seeing these, before like the sun went, or I guess as the sun was going down, you did see these as you were walking in.
This isn't like they're not marking this place, are they?
They're off to, they're not on the Adventurers Guild.
No, I mean the thieves can't stack of bottles. That's not saying good affirmative like this place is good
Like
to go.
mission to go. No, it's not that.
Okay.
It is just basically saying that the operative who put these here is in good condition, like he's okay and he's fine. That's all that you can really glean from that.
Okay.
So how can you tell he's fine?
Well, I sort of gesture to the bottles without trying to draw too much attention. that stack over there is it's just an old way that thieves can contact with each other and send and receive messages. And that one there says basically good or affirmative, as in whoever placed that there, which I'm assuming could be Leon. I don't understand why any other thief would be just laying bottles around the street. Well, it's basically saying, right, like message received.
Interesting. Jack, can you describe these bottles again?
Sure, yeah, they're basically just like 3 dark bottles, and there's 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, a small little pyramid, and they're just sitting there. Oliver, just to reiterate, it's not necessarily message received. It's just basically saying, like, if anybody was like looking for this operative, they're in good condition and they're still alive, basically, is what it is.
Oh, okay.
Right, well, I figure we should clean up this message.
Yeah, I think so.
Gonna go grab the 3 bottles.
I'm gonna stay behind.
you have used up 1 of your gallons because you used some on the boat, and that was about half of it, and the rest of it has gone into your 10 bottles. So the Wendigo whiskey from the north is gone.
That's fine.
So you just have that gallon left.
To sheer. That stuff's better anyway. Smoother going down.
It's got that nice good flavor.
Plus, 2 gallons of whiskey just gets heavy. And really, people look at you funny. If you're carrying around 2 gallons of whiskey. 1 gallon is a much more acceptable amount of whiskey to be carrying around.
Absolutely. Not totally acceptable, but more acceptable. So I'm going to assume you guys are going to head upstairs.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just wait to see. I'll ad-lib it. See if Leon can get back to us in the morning.
There you go. The dawn rises. Are you guys in your own rooms or hanging out together or what?
Sleepover.
All right. So you guys talking to the night. You guys talking to the night.
Roll for initiative.
Nope. Moving on.
Roll for pillow initiative.
We're never going to get this.
I brought marshmallows.
I'm so excited about this party, and we're never going to get there.
Okay, let's do it. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I had to do that.
I mean, it's y'all's game. So whatever you guys want to do, if you want to roll for initiative for a pillow fight, we definitely can.
Well, there's no initiative needed. I'd win single-handedly.
That'll
be for another day.
Probably end up getting knocked out of a window by a pillow.
Let's table the pillow fight for now.
We'll do that as an extra, just a downtime thing.
Yeah.
You said we could do it though.
Yep, it's out there, man. Y'all can definitely.
Yeah, that'll be an extra, like our bar scenes.
Okay, so sun rises up and creeps through the window, slowly cascading the room y'all are hanging out in light. And you guys, one by one, sort of wake up to a new dawn. And you get up, you sort of get yourself together, sort of rub the sleep out of your eyes, and leave the room and begin to head downstairs. And Pringles is down there as usual. And he says, "Oh, sirs, there was some mail for Mr. Rain."
For me?
For you, sir. Yes, you, sir. I do believe so, sir. And Mr. Aligrax as well. Yes, so here you are. And he hands you 2 letters. Sorry, Carly. Sorry, Oliver. So you guys have these 2 letters, and Rain, yours says Rainstorm Star from Lady Bianca. Aligrax, yours says to Aligrax Dardarian from Baron Willington.
How nice to see that the Baron has had a second thought.
Open up the letter and glance through it real quick.
And it reads, Rainstorm Star, so happy to hear that you're doing well in Waterdeep. The incident that we discussed, I've done a little bit of research and talked to a few people, and I would like very much to discuss certain things with you whenever you have the time. The Oriole will be in port for the next couple of weeks, picking up cargo and passengers and new crew, unfortunately. Whenever you get the chance, I'd love to sit down and have a chat with you about the incident that we ran into on the seas. Please come and see me at your earliest convenience. Signed, Lady Bianca of the Oriole.
Okay.
Nice.
If you're going to the Oriole, I'm coming with you. I want to see Watermelon Head again.
I do think they can wait.
Yeah, this is not a huge priority at the time. I'm gonna ask for like some ink and paper. I'm gonna just pen a quick reply. I'll see you. I will gladly meet up with you in a couple of days' time after I finish taking care of some issues I have on my plate currently.
Okay, so he'll
I have a well, it's kind of a small family seal. It's not like anything anyone would necessarily recognize unless they have unless they happen to be like elven nobility. They're not going to recognize.
you stamp it, hand it to Pringles. Sir, I will send this out with the messenger carrier just as soon as possible. I do believe he's due back earlier this afternoon, and we will get that out for you just as quick as we can. Thank you, sir.
And you said you read my backstory, so you know what I mean by that.
I do. Got you, homie.
Right. In that case, if you got that, I'm gonna slip over my letter from the dear old Baron Wellington.
And it reads, Dear Lord Aligrax, yes, I do in fact know who you are. I did notice your family crest upon your plate, and I did a little bit of research. You must accept my most serious and humble apologies. It was not known to me who you were, and had it been, I would have definitely treated you with much, much more revere. If you please, I am having a party this evening, and you're more than cordially invited. And you notice that there's a second slip of paper that has an invitation in it, and it says Lord Aligrax of the Dardendrian clan. There is unfortunately no +1, but you are cordially invited to attend Baron Wellington's party this evening at dusk.
I think I called him Barrington earlier.
It's fine. I probably called it. I've got Willis Carrington and Baron Wellington.
Nice.
I have about 30 NPCs, so if I get names wrong, I'm sorry. Yeah, spreadsheets, bro.
Yeah.
With much apologetic postulating, Baron Wellington.
How awfully kind of him. I'm gonna tuck the invitation, inside my bag, or my pocket, I suppose.
Well, I suppose that sort of solves that problem then.
I suppose it does. I'll be enjoying the benefits of high society while we serve wine to rich people.
Who is Aligrax?
Sounds great.
And then, of course, we'll complete the mission, but all in due time.
Just try not to get too drunk, okay?
When have you ever known me to do that?
Sorry. That was my bad. I couldn't help it. That was my bad. Pringles is sort of standing by, and good news, I hope, sir.
No, quite.
Excellent. Well, any plans for the day, gentlemen?
I don't know what the rest of these fools are doing. I'm going to a party.
Oh, how delightful.
I'm gonna be a guard.
Oh, you know what, Carly? You can do anything you set your mind to.
Yeah, I can. And I cast a minor illusion of Pringles dancing now.
Wait, is he not playing the piano?
No, it's Pringles dancing.
Oh, Pringles. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite delightful, Carly. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I always thought you could bust a pretty sweet move.
You would be incorrect, sir, and I would just embarrass myself trying.
And the minor illusion starts doing backflips.
Oh, that's
Don't
quite
mind me.
impressive.
Oliver and I have I guess what amounts to a job interview to go towards.
Job interview. You do know that,
Yeah, I suppose so.
well, adventures of all sorts around here.
Well, as I look at him and I just say, well, as you know, adventuring sometimes requires a rather diverse skill set.
That's absolutely true.
This is one of those times. Oliver, we need to go so we're not late. Being late is one of the worst things you could do for a job like this.
Better be earlier than late, I suppose.
Actually, being early can be bad too. I need to give you a rundown on a lot.
I'm gonna follow them out and just ask them something before they go. Oh, hey guys, can you just in case try to get a couple of extra uniforms? Maybe stash them away. You never know if we need to, change uniforms.
I'll see what I can do. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'll let you know if we can work something out.
All right, I'm gonna try to get you guys some sweet armor too.
Actually, wait.
Try not to
I
make
don't-
it too big.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are sort of splitting off. Rain and Oliver are headed over to the Cherry Cherubs. Carly, you're headed down to try and acquire some armor or something. And Aligrax, what will you be doing with your day?
It's a mighty fine question. Are there any bars I haven't been to?
There are a bunch of bars you haven't been to, actually. on this side of town. So there is, roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh boy. That's going to be 18.
18. So actually, Pringles tells you pretty easily there is Bethel's Bottles / exotic wines and cordials. And that's more of a store than a bar per se. If you're wanting to, I guess actually, if you're wanting to find more of an actual bar, you'd have to head further south down into the trades ward again. Well, sorry, the southern ward again. That's where more of the bars are.
I'm gonna just try to hit as many alcoholic establishments as I can in the time between when these guys are going and the party this evening.
You're just gonna show up to the party all blasted.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very small sampling, but I'm gonna be decent. But I need to pregame, you know.
All right. Okay, so we're just gonna have you do that like a drinking montage where you're just going around and you're like slamming stuff and you're like singing with people and it's people who are like there in the morning, so they're already not having a good day.
I'm also just keeping an eye out for any the finest whiskeys I can find to add to my collection.
Okay. Windigger whiskey is probably the best one in this town, but you are damn sure going to try to find a better one. We'll have you guys do that, and we'll have Oliver and Rain head over to the caterers, and it's like late morning, almost noon at this point. So why don't we follow you guys over?
Okay.
All right, so you guys walk on over to the Cherry Cherub. It's got the same decor, and when you open the door, there's quite a few sounds coming from the back of the shop. In walks Sheila, and she says, "I'm terribly sorry, we're closed. Oh, hello. Oh, Rain.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so glad you made it, and this must be a friend of yours.
Yeah. I thought you said you had a I was told you had a couple of extra openings. I thought I'd bring a friend along. He has a little bit of experience with serving, so again, not starting from scratch.
Excellent.
And I figure if the party's as big as you say, you could probably use all the help you can get.
She sort of claps her hands. She's like, absolutely. Let's go ahead and get you in the back here and see what you can do. And so she leads you into the back, and there's quite a few different like chefs and bakers, and they're all sort of like getting stuff ready to go. They're beginning to just sort of wrap up some of the dishes, and Canner in the back working feverishly and shouting instructions. Over there then. Yep, okay, yep, that's good. Yep, yep, okay. Yep, and so they're sort of working. She's like, well, you know what? We are actually getting pretty close to wrapping everything up. If you could just sort of help get everything into containers and baskets and such, that would be a big help to us, just a huge help. So I guess that's where you can start. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to get you some uniform. Let's head on further back here, and she leads you through, and you guys are sort of making your way through the back, and you see like all sorts of different of races and people, mostly humans, but just everybody sort of working and getting everything to go. You know, you're getting jostled here and there as people are rushing by you. She takes you into the back and opens a closet. There's the uniforms that all the caterers are wearing. And she picks out two and sort of sizes you up. Okay, so I think this one will be good for you. And yeah, let's see, your friend there. Let's grab this one, and hands it over to Oliver. And so for the rest of like the afternoon, you guys are just sort of going to be getting stuff ready to go. So we'll montage that for you guys, and then let's go over to Carly. Carly, you are headed down towards the docks. You see, actually, I might be wrong on that. Yeah, okay. Technically, it's not down by the docks, but whatever. It's like on the west side of town, so we'll just call it. You know what? This is my world, and people are hustling and bustling all over the place. You get there about early afternoon, and you're sort of a little bit lost. Roll me an investigation check.
Looks like I'm 7 + 2, 9.
9. All right. With some difficulty, you slowly start beginning to see more and more Waterdeep Watch members walking throughout. And some of them look like they're getting off their shift. Some of them look like they're going on. They're all sort of coming in and out of this one building. It is a white marble, large-scale building it's got all these different guards going in and out of this side entrance, and there are 2 guards standing by the side of it, huge pillars and columns in the front, and there are 2 guards standing in the side entrance there, sort of greeting and saying goodbye, and really relaxed and sort of jaw-jacking with the guys that are coming in and out.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to him.
Oh,
Hello. Hey.
hello
Hey
there. How can we help you?
Hi. I was talking to some of your fellow guard buddies uptown, and I was asking about maybe seeing if I could be recruited. And
Absolutely.
they told me to come here, and your armor's really cool. I like it.
Well, thank you very much. It's, just the end. He sort of puffs out his chest at the compliment, and he says, thank you. We try to keep the streets clean, and so were you looking to join up then, yeah?
Yeah, I've been traveling a lot, and I've been a lot of places. I've been a guard a couple of times. I've been, bodyguard or whatnot. I've done some stuff.
Excellent. Well, if you'd like to sign up, I can go ahead and bring you on inside, and we can have you sort of sign up. And then it's just 6 weeks of training, and then we'll go ahead and get you outfitted for your own set of armor. You can get paid the whole time. Pretty good gig.
All right. Where do you guys hang out after work?
Oh, well, we sort of hang out here and there. It's we have a couple of different bars we like to frequent, usually on the northern side of town. A few less ruffians up there, but usually we just slip on down to one of the bars over here called one of the more popular ones is Saloon Smiles, just off east over there.
Oh, I know Saloon.
Oh, do you know? Yeah, she runs the inn over there.
Yeah, I talk to her all the time.
Oh, well then, you know what? I've never seen you in there before, but it's good to know that we have a friendly face among the citizens.
Oh yeah. I was wondering if I like to just kind of jump into it. I do have quite a bit of training. I even went to a 6-month training camp pretty recently to be a warrior. And here's my symbol. It would that speed things up a little bit?
Ah, member of the Adventurers Guild then. Take it you're fairly new a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, usually with the Adventurers Guild, you might be able to get through with the basics a little bit quicker. And are you trying to leave the Adventurers Guild then?
Well, right now they've kind of got me waiting to be on a very important mission, but it's going to take a very long time. So I just want to do something in the meantime, and I like helping people.
Well, I will tell you that once you sign up, you're in a contract for about 2 years.
I'm not sure when the mission's gonna start, but they said a long time. Now, what else do you guys do other than just walking around and keeping the streets clean?
Well, we talk to citizens. If we have to stop some fight here or there, we do try and keep an eye on the Thieves Guild, those sneaky blighters. And he sort of nudges Buddy, and Buddy looks away and whatever. Yes, Clyde over here didn't do too well with the last interaction of the Adventurers Guild or the Thieves Guild, but we do our best to keep the streets clean and keep the citizens safe at night.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, can I go inside and get the process going?
Absolutely. Coming in, my good man. Theo. Have I used Clyde and Theo before? I think I have. Whatever. Theo, there's a young man out here looking to join up. How can I help you? And this bleary-eyed sort of still has almost a 5 o'clock shadow coming in over his face, sort of pokes his head out the door, and he looks you over and he says, all right, yeah, come on in. Yeah, just right over here to the desk here, and we'll get you all signed up real quick. And so he...
Yeah, they told me that, they're pretty desperate for, a few people right now, and they want to get me going, tonight.
I don't know about
that. Mostly because of this, I show them the Adventurers Guild seal.
Okay, roll me a persuasion check.
All right, come on, good roll. Man, 7.
I don't know about getting you in. Yeah, tonight, that's a little quick. I mean, adventurers, they do get a little bit faster training. We bumped it from 6 weeks to about 2, and then we get you, your gear and stuff after that. But, we can at least sign you up and get you fitted for it first, if you want to.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'd like to get fitted. And is there a way that I can maybe like shadow someone? If I'm not, a full member, I'd like to at least shadow someone.
Um, maybe I can do something like that. Roll me another persuasion check.
14.
Yeah, we got a couple of soft patrols up in the north there, right around the castle ward, north ward, up in the north ward, I think. Yeah, we could probably send you up there. Nothing ever happens, and you can at least see what they look like. And I mean, we'll have to give you the training sash to show that you're a training guy, but the Adventurers Guild does hold some pretty good sway around here. Let's go ahead and get you signed up. And he sits down heavily behind his desk and sort of sits there for a second, his eyes going a little wide, and then they come back into focus, and he pulls out a parchment that has basically a contract on it that says, I will serve Waterdeep for 2 years in the guard and da-da-da-da-da, and if any, big things happen, then I'll go fight or whatever. Your basic standard military contract. So
I sign it, Aligrax Smith.
Okay. Good to have you aboard, Aligrax.
Yeah, that's me, Aligrax.
Aligrax. Sorry about that. If you had,
people call me a lot of things. So sometimes they call me a big fat dummy because that's my name, Aligrax, the big fat dummy.
Okay. Right. So why don't you head down the hallway here? Talk to Cleo. She'll get you sort of fitted out in your uniform, and then I'll try to find somebody for you to shadow this evening.
All right. Hey, are you all right? You doing all right?
Yeah, I just had a bit of a late night there.
Was it it wasn't Windigger whiskey, was it?
No, I can't afford that stuff, not on my salary, but it's just a long night, so I appreciate the concern. Cleo's right there.
Oh, all right. And I want to put down just 1 gold to him, say, hey, everybody should try the Windigger whiskey. Here you go. When you feel better.
He looks at it and looks up at you kind of wide-eyed, and he's like, all right, hey, thanks, man. Yeah. So you head sort of down the hallway just about 10 feet, and there is a little half-elf girl sort of sitting there leaning on a counter, and she's got a downgraded White Watcher, Waterdeep watch uniform on, like their casual outfit. What can I do for you, love?
Oh, hello. I was sent down here to get fitted because I'm going to be shadowing some people tonight.
Right, okay, well, step on through. And she opens, basically that little window is a door, and she opens the door. Come on now. And she pulls out a measuring tape, and she goes over all your different measurements and, pulls off, different armor, and she checks it. And then she finally gets you outfitted in our Waterdeep watch outfit, armor and everything. And then she says, right, so we'll go ahead and get you a sword as well, unless, are you a magic user by chance?
Oh yeah. And then I produce a flame in my hand.
That's super cool. Okay, do you want a sword?
I'm pretty good with my staff. I don't really like swords.
Okay, well, we'll give you a spear then. And she pulls a spear off of a rack and hands it to you and says, right, okay. Well, you just head back down there and see Theo, and we'll get you we'll get you set up there. Love.
All right. Well, thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too. And she gives you a little half smile. And so you walk back down, and Theo's sitting there, sort of rubbing his head a little bit, and standing in front of him is a bright-eyed, very eager-looking young man. Says, Aligrax, this is What's your name? Again?
Tim, sir.
Right. This is Tim. He's gonna be up in the North Ward tonight. So why don't you go ahead and shadow him and go away? Just go to the North Ward, and then when you're done, we'll talk about getting you into training and your timeline there. So, okay. Have a good one, Smith.
All right, thanks. Oh, hey, Tim.
Hey, how's it going? Aligrax, is it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. My name's Tim.
And he sticks his hand out.
They call me Big Fat Dummy sometimes, though, because that's what the name means.
Well, I'm not going to call you that. I'm going to call you Aligrax or Smith. Whichever one you prefer, but not Big Fat Dummy. That's me.
All right, well, maybe only other people that are named Aligrax call them that. I don't like it so much, but but Smith would be good.
Excellent. Well, let's go ahead, Smith. Tip, and boots away.
And he leads you out of the office, I guess, basically, right past Clyde, who's like, all right. And then just all of a sudden you got armor and a spear and you're on your way. And so
that was way easier than I thought.
So for the better part of the afternoon, you guys are sort of walking around the castle ward up towards the sea ward, and then you guys go over towards the north ward right as it gets about dusk, and that's where we'll stop with you. We'll jump back to Oliver and Rain. Aligrax, you're still on your bender, I guess. Just checking in. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, baby, that's a natural 20.
Natural, you're fine, dude. You're fucking cruising. You're feeling good. You're up.
This is just the warm-up.
Yeah, you're doing like air punches. You're doing backflips and stuff. You're good. Like, you're good.
Have I found anything good? Any, like, really fine whiskeys?
Anything better than Winddigger. I mean, there's one that's like pretty close. It's got a different flavor to it, but it's not exactly, as good as Winddigger.
Yeah, it's a shame.
All right, so let's jump back over to Oliver and Rain. You guys have basically packed everything up and loaded it into this cart, which is slowly making its way over to Baron Willington's place. And you guys get there, and one of the guard talks to Canner and points off to the left, and they take the cart down the back alley around to the back of the property, and there's a small door there with 2 guards standing by it as well, and these are the security guards. And they, see obviously who's coming, so they go ahead and open the double doors. Sorry, it's double doors. And the cart goes in, and you guys are basically at the back of the house now. And so you go in. Canner leads the team in. The cart stays out back, but Canner leads the team into the kitchen where Baron Willington's staff is sort of fixing an afternoon snack. And they sort of exchange words, and they say, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and start bringing stuff in. Why don't we get Ray and Oliver? Why don't you guys go ahead and start bringing stuff in? We'll start getting everything set up for the evening.
Right, sounds good.
On it.
You guys start bringing stuff in. He starts telling you where to lay stuff out. And about halfway through, probably towards later afternoon, where the sun's about to start setting, Baron Willington walks in. And he is talking to Canner.
Right, how are the preparations going? Pretty good, yeah?
Yep, pretty good. We got everything pretty much set up for you here, sir. We're ready to start serving your guests as soon as they get here.
Excellent.
And he sort of looks around a little bit. His eyes stop and linger on Rain's face, and then just move on. No change in his demeanor or anything like that. And he leaves.
Because that's a noble.
Mm-hmm. And he leaves and goes back out the door. So he did roll a perception check to see if he was going to notice you guys, and he didn't. He failed. So we'll fast forward everything. Aligrax will roll me one more Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save. That is 13.
13. All right. You're still doing good. You're starting to feel it a little bit. Like you're feeling like your tongue's loosening up a little bit. Like you're maybe more, if music's going at one of the bars, you're more maybe tapping your foot or shaking a little bit back, like wiggling back and forth a little bit. I mean, you're feeling it, but you're like starting, just starting to hit that good spot, you know, where you're like, your inhibitions are a little bit lowered, but you're not slurring your words. So
You're gonna be social as hell at this party.
yes, he is. A lot of charisma rolls. No. And Carly, you're being led throughout the North Ward. And Aligrax, it is now getting close to dusk. So we'll have you sort of gather your things. You wave goodbye to the 17 new friends you made in the bar. You made these friends at the Beer Golem. That's perfect.
Beer Golem.
The Beer
Nice.
Golem. That's where you ended your bar crawl, at the Beer Golem, and you chatted up some people, just had a good time. Maybe exchanged some Ravens coordinates with some ladies. I'm not sure how that works. And you make your way back up to Baron Willington's, and as you're approaching, there's a stream of people going in. It's not too dense. There's, everybody's dressed in very fine garments, and they're approaching these two guards that are now red guards outside of the door, and you can see them handing slips of paper to a third person. And once they do, a few seconds goes by, and then purple flame engulfs the piece of paper and then dies out, and they are let in. And so you come up to these two guards and this third person wearing deep purple robes. Right, invitation, please.
Right here. Just a second. Pull the invitation out of my pocket. That should be what you're looking for.
Right. He sort of looks at it, hands it to the mage. The mage closes his eyes. Purple flame erupts across the invitation and then goes out just as quickly. He looks at the guard and nods. He's like, right, you go. You have yourself a very good evening, sir. And you walk in, and you notice that road that leads to the house now has two guards about every 15 feet, and it's about 60 feet down to the house. So there's, 4 on each side, just sort of standing there, keeping an eye, greeting all the guests, being very cordial. Hello, sir. How are you doing this evening?
Fantastic.
Excellent. Have a good evening. If you need anything, let us know. And he goes to the next person, and da-da-da. And you walk up steps to these large double doors that have been swung open, and you step into the Baron's house. Carly, you are following along with Tim, who has been chatting nonstop this entire time, which I'm sure you are talking back to.
I'm keeping up with it.
There's just a long conversation, and as he's talking more and more, and you're responding more and more, he gets more and more excited that somebody's actually talking to him for an extended period of time. He's like, right, Sam, having a great time with you tonight. We're doing all right. So you in the Adventurers Guild yet?
Oh yeah. It's I had some pretty good adventures, but now I'm waiting for another one.
Oh, excellent. Well, hopefully this is the next adventure for you.
That's not his voice.
Yeah,
Whatever.
It really seems like it. I heard about a pretty sweet party going on tonight. We should check it out. At least, see who's there.
Oh, absolutely. I would say we would have to. So yeah, let's we'll head over in that direction.
And he sort of begins to guide you towards Baron Willington's house.
Hey there. Thank you all for listening. As always, we are very grateful for every listener that we have. I would like to thank Some Freddy for your kind words, and also apologize if my pronunciation is a little bit off. Check out our social media and send us a message, ask a question, post a funny photo, whatever you want to do. At Last Nerds on Earth on Facebook and Instagram, and at Last Nerds Earth on Twitter. If you want to support the show, check out our Patreon at Last Nerds on Earth. There you can check out some pretty cool benefits to becoming a member, which starts as low as just $1. We really enjoy making this show and would love to continue doing it for a long time. Even a simple review on iTunes helps us out a lot. It was cool hanging out with you. See you next week.
I don't even know how to label that.
Make a custom item.
Essentially firebomb. Yeah, I might have to do a custom item for you.
I've already made like 4 custom items. I have 2 gallons of whiskey and 25 scones.
You also have a ladle.
I do have a ladle. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm going to put it in as Alchemist Fire.
So you have 1 bottle of Alchemist Fire.